Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the definitive ranking of every character in the Zelda Legend of Zelda series. We're getting there. We have almost gotten them all, I think, right?
This is almost every character. We're so close, guys.
We're like halfway there. So
yeah, at least.
Do we? Before we get into it, do we want to? I don't know. I feel like we've kind of settled into the list here. Like, this is pretty good, right? It's not too controversial.
I'll give you your one episodic chance to move Mama Yan down one more.
No way. Not below the Wing Dungeon. Only the worst characters
that's
go
fine.
below.
Alright, that's fair. Only the worst of the worst. Below the Wing Dungeon Great Fairy.
Alright, we've got a lot of great suggestions from people. Please leave more comments of whatever types of characters you want us to rank. You could always do what Bat Rogue did and just click on random pages on the ZD Wiki. That's probably the best route to go. But we're going to start today with power character. We are going to talk about Tingle. So
This
Tingle,
is huge.
This might be the biggest moment in the show. This might be the peak, honestly.
This is big.
Tingle's
Tingle's got so much lore.
So much lore.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much like history with this character. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Look at this games list too.
Not even counting the spin-offs, which have their own crazy, like, he's a nut. Tingle's a nut. 35-year-old dude.
Really, the number of spin-offs is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big character. Big time.
To me, this is top of the list for me. I know that there's gonna be strong support for Groose, which I understand, but to me,
no other character has prompted their own line of spin-offs, really.
Exactly. Yeah.
We had a playable Tingle game before we had a playable Zelda game. Well, no. If you count the CDI games.
Well, no, again, we're saying playable.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at some of this art,
Why was Tingle in jail?
We've talked
A
about
little controversial here.
He's Tingle,
particularly in Wind Waker.
For people that don't know the deep lore of Tingle, that dude is doing some sketchy stuff. Abducts a 17-year-old, forces him to work on his island.
I think it's worth again pointing out we're not ranking them based on morality.
if it factors in, it factors in.
Wow, look at that figurine. If you want to factor that in, you can do that. But now let's not forget actually Four Swords Adventures, Tingle's Tower there, with all the mini games.
Yeah. He also steals your Force gems if you leave a big one on the screen for too long.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah.
Hey, they're out there. They're up for grabs.
I love the idea that the Tingle brothers are all just like super aggressive towards each other. They all just like they're like really passive aggressive and just talk shit behind each other's backs.
Yeah, maybe they could be making stuff up as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's also got a Smash appearance. You're right. He's a trophy.
Yeah, for sure. He's an assist trophy.
Look at this, some of this. This is a great art. Like look at that.
Yeah. He looks kind of creepy there.
Well, that's kind of his MO.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is anyone opposed to Tingle number 1?
Yes.
Where are you saying, McKenna? 2? Not even 2.
I don't hate Tingle, but I'm not really a fan.
Oh no. So Corey, I'm gonna need you to have my back here.
I think I would put Tingle at number 1. I think Tingle is the most interesting character on this list. Groose has more like, character development, that all that good stuff, but Tingle, man, that staying power. I want Tingle to be in every Zelda game. In some form or another.
Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, I want them to put him in the old games that he's not in.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like he's not going to go at number 1.
No, that's unacceptable.
But where would you want to put him?
I could maybe accept below value.
What? Where would you? Is that where you would personally put him, or your diplomatic answer? Because if Gu and I are saying number 1, that dude's got to be at least top 3. Unless you think he's at the bottom of the list.
I wouldn't put him at the bottom of the list.
Yeah,
he makes me feel bad inside.
What other character elicits such an emotional response?
I think there's some nice stuff about him. There's some feel good aspects to him, Tingle taught me it was okay to be weird.
That's true.
The animals in the Oracle games don't like Tingle.
That's so funny though.
that adds to it. Honestly.
Yeah, he's so unlikable that even the animals are like, I wouldn't trust that guy.
Yeah, where would you honestly put him on your list? And we'll find middle ground. Be honest.
No, I'd probably put him below value.
Okay. So I think we can have him. I think we should be able to have him in the top 3 then.
At least top 3.
I mean, we're both...
I want to point out that partially answering our question, that the quote from Lenzo in The Wind Waker. They caught the scoundrel, yet my possession remains outside my grasp. Perhaps it will rot forever with him in his cell. Why are my good deeds so often repair with cruelty? Is that right?
It's probably supposed to be repaid. Let's get an editor on the wiki on that right now.
So it seems like Tingle stole the Picto Box, which would explain why it's behind the cell. But also, there are skulls in that room. So what the heck is Tingle doing?
Those could have been there before, though. Tingle has telepathy.
What? That seems fake. That seems fake.
There's a lot of Tingle quotes
Tingle
here.
Making that up.
To have telepathy.
Tingle Tingle Kulu Limpa.
Self-proclaimed telepath. Yeah, Tingle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he has his secret words. We can't forget about that.
Love him.
I don't know. I feel like if we're saying 1, I feel like we can be diplomatic and say top 3 right now, right?
Yeah, I think this placement is the best middle ground.
Okay, perfect. Then let's go with that.
3. Tingle top 3. Let's go.
Okay, so from we've got shopping at Kmarks says, y'all are crazy for this. That said, I want you to rank the guy from Ocarina of Time who is late for an important date, please. And the best I could pull for that, and I think this is fair to do, is Sakon from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. He skips everywhere, is bald, and always wears strangely plain clothing.
Is bald.
Why are you bald, Sakon?
Why are you bald? Why you just be bald like that?
I like he wears strangely plain clothes. I'm sure that's from something, but that's
Someone's
just funny to
roasting
me.
him. Someone's like, that dude has no fashion sense, and he's bald.
This is another character that's up there for me because I feel like it's
Really?
yes.
You place a lot of emphasis on like the things around them.
Yeah, yeah. I think. Well, I mean, he plays a cool part in the story. You know, I mean, I guess I guess it's fairly simple, but I always found there to be something kind of like,
Main article, man carrying
Yeah,
sack.
that's what I'm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh wait, there's a main article for that.
Ocarina of Time, right there. Main article, man carrying sack.
Ooh, ooh. Okay, so how do we handle this?
Ooh, Ollie.
That's a good question.
Never on time for any appointments he makes.
Do you want to do both?
Should we treat them as separate characters? Because we didn't for. Well, I guess she's just called the. I don't know.
Why not?
All right, man carrying sack.
All right, man carrying sack.
You know what? For the sake of why, let's do them both. Let's do them both.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, man carrying sack. We're judging by the wiki's rules. Okay, my bad. Let's see. He
You've
is
seen
recognizable.
lollygagging about Hyrule Castletown. He's a lollygagger.
He's never on time. Okay, well, this is a pretty much a non-character for me, but I'm at least willing to go above Shad.
Perfect.
I would go above the Great Fairy. This guy's funny.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's really sort of like a
And the I'm late for a very important date is the Alice in Wonderland reference. That's cool.
yeah, he's really just a
I
guy.
like that.
It did always kind of like I liked it as a kid because like it'd be like, you know, most NPCs were just standing there, but he'd be like going
He's
around
running.
and you never, because of the view, you know, you only ever saw those characters from like kind of zoomed out a little bit, so
Yep.
there was always something like weirdly mysterious about him to me. And then
Yeah.
when you play Majora's Mask, it's like, yeah, then it's highlighted
guy.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that's fun. That it's like that's that reference, that dialogue, it makes sense. He's like I can't talk. I have to go. And then he keeps running.
And then that's why I think it made him so something to me in Majora's Mask, is because there's something so like devious about the character. You know, he's like the freaking Joker. He's smiling and doing crime. Like, what?
Oh, I love that quote. I'm not doing anything suspicious, really.
Yeah, and you could talk to him from like moment one when you get into Clocktown, and he's just standing there, you know, and then
Yeah, he's just hanging out. That's one of the first quests that I feel like I like, even though he's part of the Andrew and Cafe quest. Besides that, I like if you're just exploring Clocktown on the first day, I see him, and that's one of the first things I want to do is like thwart him from stealing that lady's bombs.
wow, you can blow him up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yep.
Beef along with wow. Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow. So you can murder this character. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can murder Sakon.
So yeah, I'm kind of high on this character. You know, maybe if you were ranking him amongst all the characters in the Anju and Kafai quest, he wouldn't be towards the top of that. But I think he's somewhere in the middle of the list. I would say upper middle.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Why does trying to remember why do you go to Sakon's hideout? Oh, he's got the masks.
he
Got
steals the
yeah,
mask. Yeah,
he's got
and
the
you,
masks.
and you have to hide and like, you know.
That is a
That is
sweet.
fun.
That's one of the coolest
Part.
parts of that side quest.
Yeah, he should get props for his hideout. It's a nice hideout.
Very peculiarly designed for a co-op entrance.
Yeah, and like Like, yeah, like a weird conveyor belt thing. I want to know the
So
logic behind that.
where does he go? Because like you follow him into the hideout, and he's just not in there, right?
Well, when it starts, is there any like? No, there's no dialogue or anything.
I don't think so. I think you're just in that little mini dungeon. He's Sakon's just not there.
I like to imagine he's in the back, like looking at security camera footage of
Yeah,
it, being
he's
like,
like, oh
"Yeah,
no, these two.
yeah." So,
Um,
what do you think? Where do you want to put him?
mm, I don't know. Where do you go? I'll say I think I want to go. Uh, maybe above Pumpkinhead. Maybe above Mo. Yeah, I think above Mo, below Morshoe. That's where I would put Sakon.
What do you think, McKenna?
Um, yeah, I've been thinking similarly. Uh, yeah, I think I'd put him above Mo.
I'm. That sounds like a good placement to me, actually,
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm cool with that.
All right,
That's
let's stick
that's
with
great.
it. Perfect. We've got one from our pal Mido128 who says, "I'm going to suggest maybe the first memorable NPC, Error, from Adventure of Link. Another iconic character that
Yeah,
I think has to do pretty decent on our list here. Um,
this dude is iconic.
he's got a couple he's got a couple bits of dialogue here from the game as well. Of course, the iconic "I am
Error.
error." What's not to love there? And of course, who is this? Does this guy have a name? This guy doesn't have a name. Yeah, and then he gives, yeah. So there's a little bit of a, he's a very, one of the first I don't know, NPCs that's like, I guess the old men in Zelda 1 like give you these clues, but there's a little bit of like, hey, go here, go here, go here, which there's a little bit of that in Zelda 1, but still.
I think
Uh
it's so funny that like Error is one of the first characters in the series to have such like an enduring legend, almost like urban myth type thing about him, because so many people thought the game was like in error or something. That like he wasn't introducing himself, that it was just like I am, and then the game said error.
right, like yeah, like it was
That's so
broken or
funny.
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is, it's like, it's kind of quaint now thinking back on it. It's like not
yeah,
that, it's just like a little dialogue box, and then another
yeah,
character says ask error, so it's like,
yeah.
okay,
Oh, okay.
Clearly, they didn't talk to that person.
well, yeah, which I sort of understand because that's kind of farther through the game.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it's in a similar vein to Morshoe of like just like an enduring memeable character. So I'm thinking somewhere around there in the list,
okay.
maybe even higher. I don't know. What do you think?
I want to go above Brigo, below Velu, because error reminds me of like I don't I feel like Brigo has another one of a kind of a similar like I don't know, they are different, but a similar impact type thing where like it's an
Mhm.
NPC that people talk about
Despite
outside of
like
the
a
game.
little,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because of a
I,
little fun thing.
yeah, I agree. They have a similar vibe, similar thing going on where, they've just got like a little thing that's got a small impact in the game, but
Yeah,
they've got staying power.
yeah, exactly.
I think you know what, mine, I'm gonna differ a little bit, and I'm gonna say below Morshoe. That's my vote for placement. Because I do think all these characters have some connective tissue,
They're
but
similar. They're similar.
and I know Error is kind of like, he's kind of an icon, and I
There's the
love him,
OG.
but I think I just like Morshoe's vibe more.
I do like Morshu. I was initially thinking I'm floating around that area. But
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like Error just is Error is more iconic.
What do you think, McKenna?
I think Error is a bit more iconic than Morshu.
Definitely more than Brigo.
Yeah.
Where would you put him
Yeah,
above?
I'm okay with anything in that area
How is this?
between Valu and Sakon.
How's that?
Yeah, that's a good spot, I think.
Okay.
Those three can hang together. They're very similar. Brigo, Error, and Morshu just chilling.
All right, beautiful. Well, great. That fills out our list nicely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We still have plenty of characters to get to. Leave more for us to rank. And yeah, see you in the next video.